The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
Breece Hall spoke for the first time since signing his new deal with the New York Jets, and he's got a lot to say about what the Jets could do in 2026. We'll get into that and much more. Omari Brown from U Stadium is going to join me. It's the Jake Asman Show. Let's hit it and get it started.
We sitting in here, we're excited as hell.
Now it's time to get to work. Are you a happy guy?
Oh my goodness, let's go!
I haven't felt joy talking about the Jets in a long time. When they announced it, I went, yeah! Let's go! A new chapter for the Jets has started. Aaron Glenn and Darren Muji are tasked with shaping the future of this franchise. Will they be the ones to finally get it right? We will be here for every step of the journey on the Jake Asman Show, breaking down all the storylines, every game, and everything in between. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super chats, baby. Cut the line. The Jake Asman Show starts right now. Here we go, Jet fans. Welcome in, everybody. It is indeed the Jake Asman Show, live on a Wednesday. We are presented by PrizePicks. The first thing you got to do is click the thumbs up button and make sure, if you haven't already, you subscribe to the channel. We did not have a live second show in the afternoon yesterday because I was covering the Gridiron Gala in New York City. Shout out to United Way, New York City. Last night, $2.6 million were raised to help support people in the New York area who are underprivileged. So awesome job by everyone involved. The Jets and Giants put on this event every year with a bunch of great sponsors. And Harrison Phillips, who's been on the show before, was the Jet nominee for the Hometown Hero Award. He gave a great speech. That's him and Brian Burns of the Giants. So that's where I was last night. Some of the clips from my interview with Harrison Phillips on the red carpet have already been all over social media. We will play some of those a bit later on in the show because I thought Harrison Phillips was really honest and had some really good insight in the state of the Jets and some of the moves they've made this offseason. Before we bring on our guest, Omari Brown, I want to let everyone know that tickets are going fast for Gangrene Beach Club. Join me and all your favorite Jet content creators, reporters, super fans, all in one spot. We'll be at HQ2 Beach Club, located on the property of Ocean Casino. Tickets are just $25. The event is July 11th, and all the info to purchase your ticket is at gangrenebeachclub.com. Right now, we say hello to one of the guys that will be joining us at Gangrene Beach Club. It's our friend from U Stadium, Omari Brown, who joins us now in his weekly spot. Omari, how we feeling? Let's go Yanks as well. Love the hat.
Listen, we're feeling good. You know, the Knicks are resting up. Hopefully, you know, we're spirit bombing. We're sending all the good vibe for OG Anunoby's hamstring. Yankees seem to figure it out. You know, we're hitting some, you know, rough strides here. But listen, our GM is being proactive, all right? It's good to be a Jets, Yankee, and Knicks fan right now. So I'm fired up, Jake. Let's go.
Muji definitely getting things done. Yesterday, Breece Hall spoke for the first time since he signed a 3-year, $45.75 million contract. Obviously, you look at the first 2 years, $29 million guaranteed. Before we play you some of what Breece said, first time we've had you on since this deal was signed, Omari, give us your take on the contract, your thoughts on the Jets getting this done now.
Listen, I thought that this was the right move for both sides. You know, we talked about this last week. We're trying to eliminate as many holes as possible. Frank Reich talked about trying to make all the pieces to the puzzle fit, and that really excited him. And again, if you remove Breece Hall from this Jets offense, you really don't have anywhere to go. You know, I think Breece's side actually had more leverage, but I think both sides wanted to get this done. And kudos to Darren Muji. He said right after the draft, he goes, once we get, you know, through the draft and we finish this process, you know, Breece is going to be right at the top of his list. And kudos to him, Jake, because he got it done. And, you know, we'll get into some of the of what Breece said. And even Breece was shocked at how quickly it got done. So, listen, kudos to Darren Muji. Kudos to the Jets. Kudos to Nicole Lynn of Clutch Sports. Kudos to Breece Hall. Now all we have to do is get to work. I'll absolutely love it.
Breece Hall, basically a 2-year commitment. And look, he's 25 years old in about 2 weeks. So, you know, let's play it out. Let's say he has 2 really good seasons. well, then he could come back to the Jets and try and get an extension. He still would only be 27 years old. He could get more money in that third year tacked on to the contract. So in a way, he's still kind of betting on himself while also giving himself some security of what the 2 franchise tags would be. And from a Jet perspective, it's only a 2-year commitment, worst case scenario, which is not bad for a guy who's proven to be a really productive player, as we'll get into some of what Breece said about that, despite not having ideal circumstances, to be kind, around him through the first couple of years of his career.
I mean, less than ideal is really putting it nicely, Jake. I think he's had, out of the top 12 running backs, listen, you could argue. I would say Breece is anywhere from 6 to 12. Those guys are interchangeable sometimes. Like running backs, sometimes they can be a little volatile. I liken them to relievers in the major league. Sometimes you're going to have boom year, sometimes you're going to have bust year. So you're a Yankees fan. We're in the midst of a bust year right now in terms of relievers. But Breece Hall, I think this is a great contract to both sides, like we said. And now he's going to have a proven vet at quarterback, which you alluded to, Jake, and what he said to the media. And now he's going to have Frank Reich. That's going to put him in the right position, because Breece Hall's in his 4th year. And Jake, and I'll ask you, do you think that we've actually touched the ceiling of what Breece could actually be? We got glimpses of it in the rookie year, but I don't think that we've actually scratched the surface of what he could truly do.
Totally agree. And that is a perfect segue to where we're going next. So Breece, speaking yesterday, basically was asked specifically about that. He was asked what he still wants to be able to prove, what he wants to still be able to show to everyone going forward now that he has agreed to a new deal with the Jets.
I think it's a lot. Like, I feel like for me, I was having this conversation a few days. Like, I feel like I'm the only running back that's consistently a top 10 back in the league that's not in that hasn't in the past been in always in the most ideal situation. So I feel like now, AG and Mooj, I feel like they really put me in position with all the guys we brought in and the team we're building around us to really flourish and for me to really be myself. So, God willing, we stay healthy and everything goes as planned. I feel like this could be my best season for sure.
I think it can be his best season. The offensive line is obviously stout. They've improved dramatically at quarterback, which we'll get to. Breece talking about Geno Smith in just a moment here. You look at what they've added from a pass catcher standpoint. I mean, no longer can you just stack the box and make Breece Hall have to try and, turn a 1-yard loss into a 2-yard gain, which he often had to do at times last year. So I agree. If he's healthy, and that's always the big if with any football player, but especially a running back, I don't see why Breece Hall can't have the best season of his career.
Easily. I think our expectations should be extremely high for Breece Hall. He's paid, so he's secure. So now he can run. There's no limitations on him running. He doesn't have to protect himself. He doesn't have to hide or shy away from any hits. I think with all of the weapons now, everyone's not going to be able to key on him, because if you key on Garrett, or if you key on Breece Hall, hopefully we're going to get into this a little bit later. Some of these other weapons that the Jets have brought in are going to be able to really hurt you. So, I just want to go through some of the quarterbacks that Breece Hall has had to play with. Joe Flacco, Zach Wilson, Aaron Rodgers. Well, it was a hobbled Aaron Rodgers. Zach Wilson again, Tim Boyle, Trevor Siemian, Tyrod Taylor, Justin Fields, and Brady Cook. Okay, so you look at all that outside of Aaron Rodgers, Geno Smith is by far going to be the best quarterback that Breece Hall has had the opportunity to play with, and I'm extremely excited, and I think that fans should get excited as well too. I think, Jake, what do you think is the ceiling for Breece in terms of total yardage, all-purpose yardage?
Well, if you think about it, 2 years ago, so the 2023 season, coming off ACL surgery, oh, by the way, he was second in the NFL in yards from scrimmage. He had almost 600 receiving yards with 994 rushing yards. Now, there's more mouths to feed on this team if we assume Geno Smith's going to play most of the games this year and he's a competent passer. So maybe that he doesn't get quite as many receiving yards as he did, but there's no reason why he can't go for, let's say, 11 to 1,200 rushing yards and at least 400 plus receiving yards if you tell me he's healthy. I really think we are just scratching the surface for Breece as a 25-year-old football player.
Absolutely. I think the over-under, and hopefully we get some PrizePicks action. I think it should be 1,500 yards all purpose for Breece. And I think that he can eclipse that fairly easily, because you're going to feed him, because you have to go with your proven commodities first. So just like, and I want to get into a targets breakdown with you later on. So I think Breece is going to be second or third in the team in targets. So I'm looking for an explosive year from Breece.
You mentioned PrizePicks. They are our presenting sponsor. Everyone use code HMA when you download the PrizePicks app. Click the link in the description. Use my link. Download the app. Code HMA. Here are the Breece Hall PrizePick numbers here. So, look, receiving yards is only at 325.5. He's eclipsed that every year of his career besides his rookie year where he only played in the 7 games before the injury. He would have gone over that easily, of course, had he stayed healthy. But if you just do math, right, 325.5 plus 975.5, that's 1,300 yards right there, 1,301 to be specific for all-purpose yards from scrimmage there. So, I mean, could Breece do that? I think he certainly could. I don't think that's crazy.
I absolutely think he could. I think it's going to be. I think we can book him for 1,200 yards and 400. We'll go over. I'm smashing the over on all of that. So I'm going to get in on some of the PrizePick action. So I hope the fans do as well.
Yep. Look, I think this is a good bet here. Obviously, you guys got to stay healthy, but if you want to try and win some money, use Breece Hall on some of your PrizePicks lineups for the upcoming NFL season. Comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. Here's more from Breece yesterday on why he wanted to, in his words, re-sign with the Jets.
Yeah, honestly, just the fact that they brought a proven, veteran in like Geno, and then we drafted some, really good guys, and I'm still getting to know everybody too. So, so just seeing that, let me know that okay, we're really trying to build something here, and and AG always telling me that I'm his guy. So him always instilling that confidence, or telling me that he has that confidence in me, and the confidence I have in myself is very big. So it definitely meant a lot for me because they showed me and told me that they wanted me to be a part of this thing. So I'm definitely happy to be here.
So he says he's happy to be here. I would be too if someone just gave me $29 million, all guaranteed. But I do think it's notable that he's asked, hey, why did you, want to commit to the Jets for at least 2 more years? And he brings up Geno. He brings up the fact that we have a professional quarterback, referred to Geno as a Pro Bowl quarterback. Like, players around the league have a lot of respect for Geno Smith and the career he's had. And Breece has known him for years. He talked about how they worked out together in the offseason before. So I like what I heard there. And, obviously, Breece Hall just getting a chance to play with some competent quarterback play. He just has not had a whole lot of that in his run with the Jets.
Yeah, and listen, Jacob, you said something really great there. Fans feel the way they feel about Aaron Glenn. We feel the way we feel about Aaron Glenn, and we feel the way we feel about Geno Smith and the Jets as a whole. But what do their peers think? Because everybody that I've been able to talk to, I tried to speak to anybody that I can in Indy about Aaron Glenn, and everyone had glowing remarks about him. So people believe in Aaron Glenn as much as the fans don't, and we want to be we're the butt of the joke. People believe in Aaron Glenn, and it seems like the players are ready to fight for him. These guys aren't going to roll over. I know that there's a huge portion of the fan base that wants to tank. It doesn't look like they're tanking, and I think that excites Breece because, to be honest, if we're being honest, I'm not calling them losers, but they haven't really won anything. So it probably is refreshing to know that, hey, listen, we have an identity, we have a plan, and he is probably happy that he's a part of the plan. He alluded later that he and Garrett Wilson, they both want to be a part of the change. So I'm loving what I'm hearing. Now, again, if you and I were getting $29 million, we'd say all the right things as well too. But again, we're already starting to see a change. Breece, he admitted, that he's had ups and downs with the media. And listen, he's his own man. He's going to do what he wants to do. Do I agree with the way he tweets sometimes? It's all about the tone. I always agree with it. But again, he's his own man, and for doing that. So kudos to Breece. I'm already seeing some leadership. He's taking accountability. He's invited Braylon Allen down to work out with him. So it's, let's get as much good vibes going into this year.
Well said. Omari Brown is my guest. Comments, questions, super chats, they cut the line. Here's our giveaway today on the show. Jet Legend giveaway. Wayne Corbett signed jersey is up for grabs on our program for anyone who enters the Asmaniac raffle. You have a chance to win by gifting the Community One membership or hitting the join button and becoming a channel member to enter yourself in the raffle for one, or $10 super chat will get you in for 2, 20 will get you in for 4, 50 for 10, 100 for 20, so on and so forth. Roster Dread 305 is the first to enter the Asmaniac raffle. He is in for 1.
Just don't let go of the rope.
Rasta, thank you very much. We got you down. Comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. One more from Breece here, Omari. This to me was interesting. Here's Breece on what he expects and what he likes about the Jets offense under Frank Reich.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good because, in the tight end room, we're going to have healthy competition. In the running back room, it's always been healthy competition. In the receiver room, it's going to be healthy competition. And in the O-line room. So I think for us, it's going to be all of us pushing each other in our position rooms, outside of our position rooms, across from each other and everything, just to get better. And I think it's cool that we're going to be challenging each other to, see who's going to have the best day today, who's going to make the most plays today. So I think having that healthy competition around, but also having guys be here to help each other and be here to service each other, I think is definitely a positive for us.
So, look, there is a lot of competition in the room to a point where you actually had people coming up with the take, do the Jets have too many weapons? So I like it. I like what they've done. But in the running back room, yes, Braylon Allen's coming back. We like Isaiah Davis. It's still the Breece show at RB for the New York Jets.
Yeah. I think he's just showing respect to his fellow teammates and his peers. But yeah, it's Breece in the gang in that running back room. But he did say, listen, the wide receiver room has added some juice. The tight end room is really where the competition is going to be. And for a long time, like, how long have you just wanted it to be like, okay, like, let's just push each other. Like, we don't want guys that are coming in that are mediocre, that just know that they're going to have a starting spot. Like, every day you should be competing for your spot. That's what good teams do. Like those Seattle dynasties under Pete Carroll, those guys, they would go 1 versus 1. And every day you had to earn your spot. So, I hate to throw around the culture word, and I hate to throw around, phrases like the leader of men and things of that nature. But again, you need talent to really drive that competition. And now the Jets can actually say, in most of the positional groups, because of what Aaron Glenn and Darren Muji have done, there is going to be healthy competition, and iron sharpens iron. And I think that it's only going to be, good things for the offense.
Hit the like button if you're just joining us. Omari Brown from U Stadium is my guest. We're talking all things Jets. I loved also this quote from Breece just about all the things he's gone through being with the Jets. We're willing to deal with the good, the bad, and the ugly. That's Breece talking about him and Garrett Wilson committing long-term to the Jets. I truly hope, I don't know if it's going to be this year because I have some doubts just on how good this team is and the limitations they might have with the head coach. We're going to find out. But I truly hope that Garrett and Breece both get to experience being on a team that makes the playoffs with the Jets, because these guys have been here through a lot of bad. They've been really productive. Garrett has been awesome. Breece wants to be here. He's said the right things. You want these guys that have been here to actually get to taste some winning. You don't want a Quinnen Williams situation where, for as long as the Jet playoff drought is 15 years, Quinnen was here for almost half of it. He was here for 7 years and saw nothing but a 7-9 season with Gase. In 2019, they were 6-3 with Saleh in 2022 before they ended up finishing 7-10. Like, that's really it. So I just hope that these guys get a chance to feel some sort of winning, make the playoffs, even if it's just one playoff year and nothing else. Like, man, they've been through a lot. I don't want another Quinnen Williams situation for Breece and Garrett.
Yeah, I'm with you. And it really sucks because you want that. Listen, it hurts for us as fans, but I know the experience is tenfold, being a player, grinding and putting all of your time and effort and energy into it. So, yeah, I think that they deserve it, man, especially Garrett. He's been a great soldier. Hopefully now Breece is going to turn the corner in terms of, how he is with the media, fans, and in the locker room. So, yeah, I would just really like these guys to just start playing some competitive football and winning some games. You have to win games, man. Tanking poisons an entire organization. Losing poisons an entire organization. And just look at what the playoff drought has done to the fan base, Jake. You know how it is in these social media streets. It gets really nasty. So again, I think for all of our sakes, I know that Aaron Glenn said that we're built for this, but we don't want to be that strong anymore. Let's win some games.
Win football games. That's it. Novel concept. Wouldn't that be something? Comment, questions, your super chats. They cut the line. Cashmere Black cuts the line. He's using his Asmaniac super chat. All channel members, you get a free super chat every single month included with your channel membership. So Cashmere says, would it surprise you guys if the Jets win 10 games this season? How many wins does Glenn have to get for you guys to trust him as the future head coach? I'd be shocked if they won 10, Cashmere. They win 10, I would fully be be backing Aaron Glenn for Coach of the Year. All right, I'd be leading the campaign, and I would do my best to help him win that award if he proves me and many wrong and wins 10 games with this team. I think Omari, he's got to win the bare minimum 7, and depending on how it looks, it probably needs to be 8 if we're being objective here. That's right where I'm at. I think and the funny thing is, I think the ceiling for this team is probably 8 wins. I just could not see 10 wins. That would be a tremendous, damn near variable-like turnaround. So 10, it seems a little bit high, Cashmere, but I think 8 is winnable. And they have to be, and Jake, 3 of those wins can't be 2 special teams touchdowns and, it's 3 runs, 3 runs up the middle in a cloud of dust, and you're getting extremely lucky and you're running fake punts and stuff like that. I want to see, and it can't be at the end of the year when it means absolutely nothing against teams resting starters or like you're just killing draft positioning. Like that's why schedule comes out tomorrow. I'm going to be live on the Jets Collective, breaking it down in real time. We'll have plenty of content on my show Friday from it. But that's why getting off to a good start is so important, because the wins need to matter early in the season. It cannot be you're winning games late after you started 1-7. So they need to win games. I see Jake West goes, a win is a win. No, a win is not a win, Jake West. How's that win against the Falcons for the New York Jets, right? How's the win against the Browns? What did that do for the New York Jets? So a win is not a win. When you get the wins matter. Context needs to be applied. They started 0-7 last year. They can't be anywhere near 0-7 before they start winning games again in 2026. Yeah, let's be 2-2 in the first quarter of the season. And I'm sorry, Joe Quest, I disagree. If they win 4 straight at the end of the year and they only have 5 wins, those wins mean nothing. We've seen, the Rex era. What year was that, Jake? 2012, when they won those meaningless games towards the end and everybody was happy that Rex was coming back. Those wins do not carry. 8-8, the Gatorade bath. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're giving Gatorade baths for an 8-8 season. Those wins mean absolutely nothing in the end of the year. Some teams are already game planning for the playoffs. The veterans have already sent their cars back to their primary residence. I'm sorry. I'm tired of culture wins. I'm tired of, all the superlatives and niceties. I'm just done with it. Win games when it matters, or we're going to find the person that can lead this team and win when it matters. That's it. That's it. And I think that we should want more for ourselves as fans, and we should expect more from people that get paid very handsomely to do their jobs. There's nothing wrong with that. I see a lot of people coming at Jake saying that you hate Aaron Glenn. You don't hate Aaron Glenn. You're just done with the mediocrity as a fan. You cover this team all the time and you expect more. And I think that we should all have higher standards for this team. We just have seen so many other teams figure it out before the Jets have figured it out. Like the excuse is it needs to stop. And I want Aaron Glenn to be successful and prove me wrong. He was nice enough to come to my draft party. We hugged it out, but I got to be objective in my analysis of him. He was terrible in his first year. He's lucky to have a job right now. Him and Hugh Jackson are the only coaches over the last 30 years that fired the amount of coaches he fired after his first year and actually got a second year. So I just hope he goes out there and he wins games early and we all can start to buy in that something is actually different. Listen, everybody is behind this guy because it is such a great story. He's a former Jet, played the right way. He has the right attitude. He says all the right things. But again, this is a results business. It's a results business that you and I are in. So you have to have the results. So and that's all all that we want. That's all that we care about. And Jake, rebuilds don't take 15 years. We've seen teams rebuild in one offseason. Rebuilds don't even take, to be honest, 2 years if you hit on the quarterback and you get the right play call and you marry that up. So it does not take this long, guys. And us thinking that 8 wins, 8 real wins, and the optics look proper, it's not a tall ask. It's not. Jet Life Angel is in the Asmaniac raffle for one. Jet Life is playing to win a signed Wayne Krebet jersey on the show today.
Play call is my superpower, really.
Oh, yeah. Jet Life, thank you very much for supporting the program. Here are the new set of weekly raffle prizes. We are targeting Saturday for the weekly raffle. We got awesome items to be raffling away to our great listeners here on the show. Here is the top prize. It is a signed Darrelle Revis end zone pylon. Prize number 2 is a signed Hall of Fame signature Joe Klecko jersey. And prize 3 is a Wayne Krebet signed football. So that's all up for grabs in the Asmaniac weekly raffle. This is the 73rd raffle that we have done every week on the show since we started it in December of 2024. So big thank you to the Asmaniac community for making all of this happen. We're going to get to your calls coming up, so load them up now on the Gus Buster Umbrella Hotline. Omari, you mentioned this earlier, the target shares for the Jets offensively this year and how Frank Reich has to deploy this offense. What to you is like the best breakdown on how you could picture in a positive scenario? Like the Jets are actually good. They have a successful offense. What is the target share? How do they distribute touches to all the players on this team we're excited about?
All right, so number one, we're going to spam Garrett Wilson, all right, because we want the world to know what we already know, that Garrett Wilson is an elite wide receiver. So I'm going 170 targets with Garrett Wilson because that's 10 a game, and I think that that's well within Garrett's right. And with how we think that they're going to move him around, play him in the slot, some at the Z, some at the X, I think that that's going to be possible. And then second, we're going to get into some Breece Hall action. As you can tell, I'm really high on Breece. I think the only thing that was stopping him was obviously the losing. But again, he wants to be secure. Running backs, they need that security. They get hit. You know, people like to talk about the touches. Running back get hit on almost every play because those touches, let's say if a running back has 300 touches, we're not counting, him blocking or him, receiving a fake and getting tackled by a linebacker. So all that adds up. All right. So I got 90 for Breece. All right. Then after that, this is where it kind of gets a little tricky. I'm going to go 75 for Mason Taylor. Okay. Then I'm going to go 65 for Kenyon Sadiq. All right. Then after that, this is where, it's going to be, listen, we're just going to, take advantage of our matchup. I'm going 55 for AD Mitchell. Then I'm going 50 for OCJ, Omar Cooper Jr. All right. So Jake, let's do that. Did we do that math? Were you jotting it down or no? Oh, okay. Okay. I think you're muted.
I definitely did not.
Okay.
I bet.
Okay. Well, listen, we're just going to ballpark that. There's probably around 550 to 600 snaps to go around. So I got Garrett. Right. Yeah, I got Garrett Wilson at 170, Breece Hall at 90, Mason Taylor at 75, Kenyon Sadiq at 65, AD Mitchell at 55, and Omar Cooper Jr. at 50. Okay. I know some people they're probably going to be in the chat saying, hey, listen, Kenyon Sadiq is our weapon X. He's 6'3", 250. He runs a 4.3 because people just love to keep reminding us about that. He jumps 40 inches. We all get that. Kenyon Sadiq is going to be a move piece, but people have to understand that tight end is one of the hardest positions to transition into, and I posted a question over the weekend saying, what do you think Kenyon Sadiq's touchdown total is going to be for the year? And I got people telling me 12. I got people telling me 10. And I said it was going to be 5. Okay. There's only been three rookie tight ends in the modern era to score 8 touchdowns or more. And I believe it was Mike Ditka, it was Rob Gronkowski, and it was Sam Laporta. But Sam Laporta did that guess how many targets Sam Laporta did that, Jake?
How many?
120.
Wow.
So if Kenyon Sadiq has 120 targets, that means that one of Garrett Wilson or Breece Hall are hurt, or Mason Taylor, or he's just supplanted Mason Taylor and he's just basically been unstoppable. So yeah, you can fact check me on that, but I'm almost certain that only 3 rookie tight ends have done that. But I think the world of Kenyon Sadiq. I just think that we should probably temper our expectations just for our own sake, just so we're not let down.
Omari, that is 505 targets that you just distributed there, according to Amanda.
Thanks, Amanda.
Which checks out, by the way, because if you look at Geno Smith's most recent 4-year run, that's like right in the range of dropbacks he's had.
Yeah.
Comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. Hey, big shout out to Jet Life Angel. He gifted a membership earlier. Now he's in for another 5 gifted memberships. Let's go. Let's go. Jet Life, the best life. Here are the 5 people who got a membership from Jet Life: DRNY Jets, Tyler Evans, Nikki Boo Boo, G Money, and Matt O'Connor, all receiving a gifted channel membership. Omari Brown is with us here. Comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. Omari, is it true that you're going to be participating in the Asmaniac Speedo contest when you join us in AC at Gangrene Beach Club?
I don't know about a Speedo. I'll definitely have some board shorts and a tank top. Speedo's a lot. I don't know if we're ready for that. We might need. Actually, I don't even want to set myself up because Cisco might come in here and just blow it away. I don't know. We'll have to. There'll have to be like a number on there. I saw you trying to get Robbie Sable to do it, and he outmaneuvered that. I'm not signing up for a speedo. I'm not signing myself up for that.
Frankie V's got his I Love David Bailey speedo ready to go for Gangrene Beach Club.
Tanky, looking good, Tanky.
Great bodies.
Yeah, he's ready.
Tremendous.
He's ready. He works out.
Man.
Look at that guy.
Let's go, baby. Get your tickets to Gangrene Beach Club. They are on sale now. It's going down, and it's going to be absolutely awesome. All right, in terms of the rookies, right? We spent some time talking about expectations, but the hype now for Cade Klubnik, following him running out onto the field and apparently throwing some nice passes at rookie minicamp. Your thoughts on Cade Klubnik following some maybe over the top, if I'm being kind, hype for a guy that, a week and a half ago, a lot of Jet fans hated the pick in the first place.
Jake, isn't it amazing what a slow motion video can do? And, speaking with somebody that doesn't have any hair, slow motion plus nice hair, it can really do a lot for the fan base. And I think that got people excited. Honestly, I just think people are excited in general just to see football, and their fans are really high on this class. I think we should, again, just like 10 years Sadiq, I think we should temper expectations for Cade Klubnik. He's a 4th round pick. I understand that he's a former 5-star, and the 2024 tape is phenomenal. But again, 2025 happened. So, his touchdowns went from 36 to 16. He threw 6 interceptions. I mean, he doesn't have the strongest arm, but he does have an accurate arm in it, and he does have a quick release. I think that he fits what I think Frank Reich is going to want to do. Again, some RPOs, some West Coast sprinkle in there, getting the ball out on time. I think for Cade Klubnik, I ran him through my model just after the fact. His primary comp is Gardner Minshew. Okay, so again, just like Jake and I said last week, if you can get 5 years of decent or 4 years, I believe his rookie contract is 4 years. If you can get 4 years of decent backup play, some spot starter duty, he's going to learn the playbook. He's going to help, Geno this year. He's going to help the eventual rookie QB next year, just with the language and adjusting to the league. I think that is a good expectation for Cade Klubnik. I think I'm seeing Chad Pennington. And, we have a lot of younger fans now, Jake. I know you and I are in our 30s or actually, I'm not sure about you, but I know that I'm in my 30s. I actually remember Chad Pennington. Chad was a really good quarterback before the shoulder injuries. So I think people should go back and probably watch some Chad Pennington tape. And Chad was a 1st-round pick. So, again, Cade Klubnik does a lot of things that I like. Quick release. He's mobile. He can really run the RPO. He's a 3-year starter, so he has that experience. He's had over 10,000 yards at Clemson in the ACC, which is a big-time conference, 73 touchdowns to 24 interceptions, and his career percentage was 64%. So, again, Cade Klubnik is not, he's not some scrub. He's a really good, college quarterback that has the potential to be a serviceable backup. And I think that if we could get Gardner Minshew-style play, Gardner Minshew had some flashes. If the quarterback gets hurt, if there's only been one quarterback over the last, is it decade, Jake, that's played all 17 or all 16 games, and I believe that it was 41-year-old Aaron Rodgers. So Geno's probably going to miss some time. Hopefully he doesn't. But if he does, we want somebody that's able to come in and at least, it's not Tim Boyle, no disrespect. It's not Luke Falk, or it's not even, the worst versions of Zach Wilson. So I think Cade Klubnik being a serviceable backup is exactly what the Jets need right now.
Yeah, I look at Cade Klubnik and just want to see him get an opportunity to be the backup to Geno right away. Beat out Bailey Zappi. I think he can. And we'll go from there. And if something happens to Geno or the Jets fall out of it, there's no point in playing Russell Wilson or Cooper Rush or any of these other vets. Let's see what Cade could do. Give him a real chance to at least go through OTAs competing for a backup spot, because they could evaluate him now and know before training camp, do we need to sign a Cooper Rush? Do we need to sign a Russell Wilson, another veteran? Doesn't sound like Russ is going to happen after all, which good, but maybe Cooper Rush is still in play. But I just hope it's Klubnik. I want to give him a real opportunity to be Geno's backup.
You want 0 parts of Mr. Unlimited. I love it. Yeah, I think, to be honest, Jake, I would love to see Cade Klubnik get 80% of the snaps in preseason. I mean, we already know what Geno is. Geno we don't really need him out there. Maybe we do it just rehearsal, a couple of drives just to feel it out at game speed. But I think they can mimic that in the joint practices with another team. So I wouldn't even risk putting Geno out there. So listen, it should be the Cade Klubnik show so people can get their fill of Cade Klubnik, and hopefully, we don't have to see him unless it's the end of the season and they just want to get him a look. So you're right. I think the best case scenario would be for Cade Klubnik to win the backup job over Bailey Zappi. And if he doesn't, just like you said, that there's names out there, there's Cooper Rush, and we know things change so quickly in the NFL that if they truly need to, they'll be able to, send a late round pick for so a QB, or somebody's going to get cut, or somebody's going to ask for their release when they lose the quarterback competition. So I wouldn't be worried about that at all. And plus, Darren Muji has to catch up to Howie Roseman, so he's probably itching to make a trade right now.
We need some trades, no doubt, no doubt. Let's get to some calls, shall we? Open phone lines. If you've never called in, there's no better time than right now. Jay Quest is first up today. Hello, Mr. Quest.
Hey, what's up, fellas? How you doing?
What's up, Jay Quest?
Tamar, you've been my best guest hands down lately on the Jake Asman show, dude.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
I don't know if it's your takes or your voice, not in the gay way, but your voice is cool, dude. Just gotta say that.
Oh, that's all right. Yeah, it's not Paul's worthy. I'll take the compliment. Thank you.
Jake, let's be honest here before I get my take about the wins. You keep showing dudes in Speedos. Can we get like Genergy, Mimosa, Show me something. Come on, dude. Show me some tits and ass, not fucking Frankie V's ass.
What do you mean? We're highlighting the Asmaniacs and these special guests that are coming to Gangrene Beach Club, Jake.
Give me some Amanda Madison in a little Speedo, maybe. No top. Come on. Give me some Genergy, Carly. Give me some Leany. Give me something that makes me want to come. No pun intended.
Whoa. This is a family show.
Exactly.
Hold on.
Yeah.
What are we doing here, Jake West?
On behalf of the Jake Asman Show, we apologize for the foul language.
That call got out of hand. Your punishment is not only do you have to look at more photos of men in Speedos, you now have to deal with a Beast Breaker call immediately following that. Hey, Beast, how are you?
I was just cleaning the air conditioner unit with this.
You were using a toothbrush to clean an AC unit?
The insides are crusty. It's called, like they do in the Army. Get in there and scrub all that crock out of there. That's caca. Yeah, you don't need that. It's no good.
I'm going back to Jay Quest. Jay Quest, you're back on.
All right, so can you guys hear me?
Yes.
We got you.
All right, so Omari, you were saying, about the wins and what in my comment in the section, but to me, if we get 7 wins, no matter how they turn out, if you had 2 special team wins, they're 2 fluke wins. If we get to 7, I don't think Glenn's going anywhere. Would you agree with that or no?
I mean, listen, 7 would be doubling his win total from last year. But Jay Quest, I mean, all right, let's say that he has 3 wins, or let's say he has 4 wins, right? And we're 4-11. And then he finishes out the year with 3 wins against teams and they're not in the hunt. I'm sorry, man. It just doesn't carry over. We've seen that. I need to see real wins.
I get the carryover, right? Because even Ben Johnson said it with the Bears, right? Like last year means nothing. But what if Cade Klubnik was the starter in those 3 games and we won those 3 games? Would it make you feel differently about that or no?
Maybe, but I'll be honest with you, nothing is stopping me from, unless Cade Klubnik takes over in week 5 and he really looks legit, nothing is stopping me from taking the best QB next year. If all of these guys do what we think that they're going to do, I'm sorry. I'm just never being in quarterback purgatory again. So he would absolutely have to light the world on fire for me not to take one of those blue chip QBs next year.
No. Wouldn't it be great if Geno gets is 2-2, he gets hurt and Cade comes in and just fucking lights it up? Like, how great would that be? I know it's not realistic, but God, how great would that really fucking be, man?
I mean, listen, the Washington Commanders had it happen. The Dallas Cowboys did it with Dak and Kirk Cousins. So, listen, I'm not saying that it can't happen. I just think that the probability is very low. And again, I think that we should hope that Geno stays healthy and just stabilizes. I really want this to be a stabilization year. We find out if Glenn is the goods or not. And Geno really distributes the ball so we can clearly see if Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall are the players that we think that they are.
Absolutely, yeah. Totally agree with you. Hey, everyone follow Omari on X. He's a good follow. I always comment on your shit, bro. Jake, show us some tits.
Thank you.
Jake Quest, I guess thanks for the call for the most part.
Yeah.
Look, I think how it matters if it's 7, but the arrow's pointed up. If it's 7 and it's like, well, Gino got hurt and you won 7 with Cade, like that's how Salah ended up getting his extra year, right? Rodgers went down on the 4th play. Like context to the wins, I think is everything. You can't just say 7 wins and he's back, because what if they start 1-7, right? Or like what Adam Gase did in 2019, then they go 6-2 and they finish with 7. That's not good enough. So you need to see what it looks like. And that's why, looking at the schedule coming out tomorrow, I just hope they have some winnable games early, man. And can they be 2-2 through the first 4 and give us a season 3-3? Even like, can you be 2-4 through 6? That at least gives you, some semblance of relevancy. You can't be 1-5. You can't be 0-6. You have to get out to a good start, and we'll get a much better feel for the schedule starting tomorrow when it's released.
Yeah, I'm excited for the schedule release. And everybody make sure you tap into the Jets Collective. Jake, I'm with you. I really want to be 2-2. I'm not going to be on Team Tank unless we're like 1-9 or 1-10. And then it's just like, listen, just shut it down. And that's when you bring in the tank commander, Brady Cook. But I'm sorry, man. You have to be, Jake, I want to be in the hunt graphic. I want to see meaningful football, because again, it doesn't take this long. And a lot of us feel the way we feel about Aaron Glenn because we watched that 0-7. So it's imperative that he gets up to a fast start. And to their credit, they're not laying down. They're not laying down and taking it. They are making moves. They are being aggressive. But again, I think at minimum, Aaron Glenn needs to have 7 games where he looks like a competent coach. This team, they can't quit after I was having a discussion yesterday. They can't quit just because you fumbled on the goal line in the first quarter. They've done a lot. This roster is turned over. I think they turned over about 40% of the roster. So you got a lot of that mental weakness out of there. So now this team is starting to be shaped in your image. So let's go. Let's go. The pleasantries are over. The niceties are over. We loved what you did as a player. Now let's go. Let's start winning some games and let's start building something.
Let's get an interception week 1 too, by the way. Let's just get that streak ending.
That's your thing, right? You always bring that up. Who do you think is going to be the first, though?
D'Angelo Ponds housing one against Cam Ward in the opener.
Oh, that would be beautiful. And then David Bailey ices the game with a strip sack.
Yeah, there you
go. In
Nashville.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, then we'll see. Then we'll see Frankie in the Speedo. It won't even have to be at the beach club. Yeah, he'll be the happiest person on this earth. I want my guy to be happy, man. So let's go. Let's get David Bailey to ice the game. First game, answers all the questions. D'Angelo Ponds, interception. Let's go.
That makes me happy. Let's go. I'm gifting a membership right now. I like the sound of that. Let's get someone in the raffle. Right now, we only have 7 gifted memberships during the show. So if you want a chance to win a Wayne Corbett jersey, certainly make sure you enter. I just gifted 1 channel membership, and you won't believe it, folks. The guy who got the membership is Charles Eugene M. Gorman.
Hey, Charles! You'll never get my chicken soup recipe. Hey, Charles! I'm not saying that Lowski takes steroids. I need some of it. Hey, Charles! Who is that lovely lady? Send it this way, Charles!
Bang. Charles, you are certainly welcome. So Charles is now a channel member. Who is next? Well, I'll tell you what. Before we get to our next caller here, I want to go down memory lane. So it was a very long pre-draft process for us Jet fans. We had takes galore on any player imaginable, including Tai Simpson. He was a very polarizing player. A lot of Jet fans had strong takes one way or another. Some even felt like he was a lock to go number 2 in the draft. So let's go down memory lane. This happened when I had the great Matt O'Leary on my show before the draft. Take a listen. Jet wants to know, is Michael on crack? He's actually in the private chat. Goes, do you want to wager he'll be the 2nd pick? Sure, Michael. We could wager. All right. Now, Michael, for those who don't know, is leader of Jets, who became a very polarizing caller after this initial clip. Keep watching. What would you like the bet to be? I'll buy you tickets for Jets opening day if the Jets take Tai Simpson 2nd overall. But if he doesn't go 2nd overall, you got to gift 20 memberships to the community. All right, which is the equivalent of $100. All right, so I'm getting the short end of the stick there.
I think it's a fair trade.
You let me know. He goes, I'm in Florida. How about a Tai Simpson jersey? Deal. All right, leader of Jets. I'll get you a Tai Simpson Jets jersey. You know what? He's still on hold. Let me bring him on. Head shake. Shake it, Michael.
Shake.
You got a deal.
Shake. I'm telling you, if you just think They're not going to waste assets when they can just take him at 2. And if you don't have a quarterback on the roster,
he was sent to the hole because that take then was ridiculous. And that take now is ridiculous. For the first time since the draft, leader of Jets is on the line. Hello, leader. Unmute your mic.
that was AI.
Sure.
Technology's getting good.
Sure.
So I do owe, I think it was $100 or 20 subs. I don't know, whatever the equivalent is. So rest assured, when I leave today, I will make that contribution however you see fit, Jake. So I'm a man of my word, a man of
20
honor.
gifted memberships so the entire community could benefit. You got to just be on your desktop or laptop to do that.
Can I choose who gets it? There's some people that I don't think deserve it.
It's random, man. It's based on the algorithm. So I hope all your enemies get them because that would just be even sweeter.
A man of the people.
So we've missed a lot. I apologize for being out of the mix. You know, I was probably calling too much. You know, work, I had to focus. I'd like to take some credit for the Knicks' recent success as well. I drove to it. Yes, as you know, I'd like to take some credit. Game 4, I drove to Atlanta from Tampa. I was in attendance for the start of this Knicks incredible offensive and defensive explosion. 7 straight wins since I was in attendance. So
look, you're trying to pander to me because you know I love the Knicks. I'm a diehard fan. I want to hear about how you're feeling in real time watching David Bailey go 2 and Tai Simpson nowhere to be found until pick 13.
So regarding David Bailey, you know, his post interview, like I was sure it was going to be Arvell Reese. You know, obviously as it shook out, the Tai Simpson likelihood became less likely. So, in terms of Arvell Reese, I was sure it was going to be him at 2. Not to say I was surprised it was David Bailey, but my main thing is, you know, I love David Bailey's personality. His interviews, you know, after the draft, I've been, you know, really impressed. But I guess my main concern is, do you view him? Do you ever think he'll be the best defender on a top 5 defense?
I'm not sure. I think he could be. Do we know Arvell Reese will be, though? Like, we don't know about any of these guys.
I do think Arvell Reese is more likely. Obviously, there's more bust potential there. It's funny to hear him talk like about, oh, yeah, I just learned this, you know, pass rub, you know, I just learned what a swim move was. It's like, okay, it's kind of impressive what you've been doing. But that's my concern with David Bailey. I think he's a 10-year NFL pro.
What about Klubnik? You're the quarterback whisperer. Do you like Klubnik? You were a Ty Simpson guy. Klubnik has started 35 more games than Simpson has.
If you didn't have to play, Klubnik's the best guy in the clubhouse. Okay, he looks like a quarterback. That man, handsome, beautiful hair, says all the right stuff. He will be in the league 15 years. In terms of production, I mean, I kind of passively root for Clemson. I wanted him to do well, but he couldn't really perform in the ACC. I don't have a ton of hope there. I think it'll be Geno all the way through. But I'll become his biggest fan. I promise you. I'm ready to, but no.
Are you going to come to an Asmaniac meetup this year, leader of Jets? Are we going to see you in Nashville potentially, or Chicago, or Miami, wherever we end up going?
Miami, I'll drive over to Miami. Nashville, I've never been to. Chicago, I went to last year, but Nashville, I could make an excuse for. Now, I heard you. I checked the schedule and I saw rumors week 1 in Tennessee. Is that confirmed?
Nothing is confirmed yet. There's smoke about Miami, Tennessee. There's nothing that is substantial that I'm willing to say definitive.
So the last 2 years, I went to the game. I live in Tampa, so I was in attendance for the Will McDonald block kick. That was quite the moment in the stadium. But I haven't been to Hard Rock. It'd be nice to beat up on the Dolphins this year. Feels like that's 2 free W's.
They look at the Jets like it's 2 free W's.
Yeah, which is
not
insane.
anymore. You know, it's tough to be. I just think that they're really. We were kind of tanking last year. We really got heavy later in the year. They're all the way in. They're cannonballing into tank.
See, people say that. I don't agree that the Dolphins are tanking. They are trying to see if Malik Willis could be their guy. They gave him a lot of money And if he's good, they're not going to be the worst team in the league. So they're not going to get the number one pick.
And they drafted pretty well too. The Dolphins had one of the best drafts.
I don't know who they took. Who did they even get? I thought they overtook on Proctor. Wasn't that like a reach early?
Yeah, I mean, you could consider that a reach, but after what the GM said, he said he's going to play left guard to start. So they're going to start him on the interior, and then hopefully as he works himself into NFL shape, then he's going to be able to kick out to the outside. So and then they got Jacob Rodriguez, Caleb Douglas. They also got Chris Bell, and let me pull up there.
But Bell's the Louisville kid. But Bell's the Louisville kid. He's not going to be a day one contributor in terms of a wide receiver one. I mean, if Tyreek Hill's healthy, but his leg was over his head last year, and they moved their other guy, Waddle.
Hey, you're boring Beast to death.
Oh no, I forgot the Beast exists. Is the Beast a Knicks fan?
He's a big Knicks fan.
We don't need him. I wish.
Hold on a second. How dare you disrespect the Beast like that?
Exactly.
You duck away from the show and you disrespect the Beast.
Ladies and gentlemen, sports fans of all ages, welcome to the event of the year, the moment you've all been waiting for. This is the Asmaniac Rumble.
Listen, punk. I don't know who the hell you think you're talking to, Holmes. You're in my neck of the woods now, sonny boy. Let me tell you something. If I was your father, I'd take you right out back right now, brand that ass, and strap you one. And just like anything, I would beat your ass so bad that when I'm done with you, your ass
calm your freaky down.
Green, and they'll have a nice saying where it says, my ass just got branded by a king.
To be a father,
you will learn. You will learn to appreciate a king. I am a king, and I will destroy you. Let me just inform you, son. You're below subpar. You're down in the gutter like the rest of the trash. Just like that air conditioning you and I just put in this morning. All that debris. You're gonna be like the rest of the debris. Trash.
What's that on your fan?
Don't step on my shoes, son. Let me just give you a little history lesson.
You got bugs on your fan. Oh my God!
Let me show you examples. You see this?
Oh
you
my
see how
Lord.
Classy these are?
What do you wear?
This
size
is real
6?
class right here. These are classy shoes.
Oh my
These
goodness.
are $500 shoes, son. So shut your mouth, or this will go to your ass.
Shoes.
These are size 11
Oh my
shoes.
gosh! Oh my goodness!
Real class for real men. And if you're lucky, I don't take this and whap it upside your head a couple of times.
Do you
or
wear those to a
knock you
job?
right beside the earlobe.
Where are you wearing those?
Nice parties. Something, maybe
nice
like
parties.
Why do you want to know?
Look, can we get Beast at the Met Gala?
Hey, fruitcake.
Can
you
we
have anything
at
better
the
to
Met
do?
Gala?
Do you have a brain? No, I don't think you do. Your brain was already
no brain.
Yeah, your
Very
brain was
stupid.
already right down the toilet, flushed. As a matter of fact, my toilet's already been checked, taken care of. You are
That's
not
really
care.
impressive.
You're
I'm
still
glad you
you're
have a
still
nice
behind
toilet.
on the
Do you
old
have a
eight ball.
bidet? Beast,
You need to face the facts, son.
Beast, if you don't
You're,
have a bidet,
I'm up
don't
here.
speak
You're
to
down
me.
here. I'm advanced.
If it ain't
you're
important,
basic.
oh my
You are
God.
basic poop stain.
Basic poop
Also
stain.
known as skid mark.
Skid
You're
mark.
You're nothing but a skid mark.
Kind of like your haircut. You kind of
Son,
your haircut looks
my haircut
like
is
a
way
skid
sexier
mark.
than yours. You have no respect for nobody but yourself. You're still a flat foot blowhard, spelled BLOWHARD. What does that spell? Blowhard. You're a blowhard. Now go.
Who
now
do
go
these
away.
jokes go for?
Go away, photo butt. You
Who's
are a
applauding? I
photo butt.
can't see the chat, so I don't know,
You know
what's
what?
going
You
on.
know what this means? You are a photo butt. Photo butt. Look at me later. I'm just a photo butt is here. Photo butt.
How do you think
Photo
these
butt.
jokes would go over, like in a room? You think these are banging? Beast, your caption said something about the World Cup. Are you a big soccer fan?
Hey, are you ready? Because guess who's with me?
What is that?
Scotland.
Is that an Israeli flag?
That's Scotland, you idiot. Are you retarded? I'm gonna say this once.
I thought you were Jewish. I swore that was a yarmulke on your head. I apologize.
Man. Never go full retard. You know about that?
What percent retard are you, Beast?
I'm way advanced. You are basic retard.
Very advanced. You have a Greek
I'm more
flag
advanced than
and a
you'll ever be,
Scotland
pal.
flag?
You are below toilet paper.
Have you been to Scotland?
Let's give the prime examples. I'm Costco. I'm also part Food for Less, Dollar Tree, and also, where else do I go? Fair Play. And the real stuff, here's you, bottom of the toilet seat. Yeah, just like I thought, yeah. Ooh. Yeah, I bet you stole that too from a free blowhard down your own alley. So, son,
stealing a Costco membership?
Kid, you're not in my league. Go back down to the league you came from and enjoy. Bon appetit. Bon appetit.
Have you ever been to Scotland?
Now do you understand the difference between Scotland and Israel, you moron?
You country.
Get the hell out of here. You're not even you're not my league, pal. You're below toilet paper. You get the cheapy kind. I get the good kind. You know what kind I get? I get the nice 30-pack for $21.99. That's all up here. That's something you don't have. That's something you don't ever have. How about I just do this? I'm Robin Leach, sucking up to the rich, showing you things you can't afford, making you feel like the lowest of lows. Look at this beautiful home in Bel Air. It's something you'll never have.
Whose name is on that mortgage, Beast? Who owns that home? Whose name is on that mortgage?
I don't need this. How about you look at this guy? He thinks he's Casey Kasem, part of the Three Stooges. No, Larry, Hurley, I'm gonna poke you both of you very hard.
Beast, your comedy went really hard in like the 50s. Come on, brother. Come on, brother.
You know what? How about you know what? I'm bringing out my favorite guy, David Sleaze, the punk magician. Yeah, hang on.
Beast, do you still watch wrestling? You kind of fit
that
demographic.
Yeah. I like to do some magic for the people. Well, you, screw you.
You give the Jets a bad name.
Hey, well, hold on a second. This is a stunning piece. This is a stunning turn of events.
So,
Jay Quest has sent in a $50 Venmo. Beast is being sent to the hole. Oh my God. Now look what you've done. Beast Breaker 666. No more protection from the Asmaniacs. Had to cut your call off and cast you down with the sodomites. Some time in here will feel like you've been run over by the lane train. Do you understand me? You catch my drift?
Are you seriously on crack? I think
give them another 24 hours to think about it.
How about you bending over and taking up the booty hole behind the 7-Eleven?
Live look at Beast in the hole. Will anyone bail him out? Jay Quest out of nowhere.
Quest, fuck you, asshole. I hope you die a miserable death, you faggot.
You're in the hole, Beast. And unless someone bails you out, we won't hear from you. You can't speak. Jay Quest put you in the hole. We respect all bounties. Even leader of Jets respects the bounty. Hey. He understands what the hole is all about. Jay Quest paid good money for this. So Beast is in the hole unless someone
go to hell.
Right. Unless someone posts bail. Ladies and gentlemen, craziness on today's program. Absolute.
Go to hell, you bastard.
Hey. Absolute madness. Jets. Let's go. I don't know how you did it, leader, but you somehow survived a rumble with Beast where Beast is the one being sent to the hole.
He's a formidable opponent. No, I can't. I want to make so many jokes, but where'd you find him? Where'd you find Beast?
Ladies and gentlemen, bail has been posted. Beast is free. Rumble back on.
Ladies and gentlemen, sports fans of all ages, welcome to the event of the year, the moment you've all been waiting for. This is the Asmaniac Rumble.
I'm done for today with you. We're finished here for today. We're done.
Beast, who's the person in your photo?
That's my daughter. That's my daughter. She has 2 kids.
You're a
I'm
father,
a grandfather,
Beast?
and I'm proud.
Are you? I really didn't know that, Beast. You're a father. That's your daughter.
Yes, I am. I'm proud of that. I'm very proud of that.
As you should be. That's awesome.
Let's put the record up between me and my daughter. You know, guess how many belts we own, grand total in the family? Over 40. Over 40.
Your day is done, leader of Jets. Frank P says, and send leader of nothing to the hole. Leader, we will see you later.
Now look what you've done. No more protection from the Asmaniacs. Had to pull you out of the chat and cast you down with the sodomites. Some time in here will feel like you've been run over by the lane train. You understand me? You catch my drift? Give them another 24 hours to think about it.
You enjoy that hole, leader. That's where you belong.
My $100, does that get me out?
That's just you paying off a bet.
Oh my God! It should be repurposed.
I'll let the chat decide your fate if your 20 gifted membership serves as a bounty.
I'll create a new profile. I'll be leader of Knicks, and I'll be back.
Ladies and gentlemen, leader of Jets back where he belongs, the hole.
What do you need? You know I'm not in a good mood today. I already took a diarrhea dump, and my back's killing me. Does anybody else need anything?
What a show. Frank P. 20 memberships or 20 entries in the raffle. Omari, I know you couldn't hear me briefly. Do you hear me now? No? Reset your StreamYard. We've had this issue with people on their phone. So we'll bring Omari back on. Unbelievable. Wild turn of events. Beast, you're a free man and leaders in the hole. Make sure you say thank you to Frank P.
Thanks, Frank P. But I need to go take my pills. I gotta get a headache.
Well, let me also say this. So yesterday, we learned that Lou B sent plumbers to the Beastbreaker estate, and they installed a brand new hot water heater. So, Beast, you now have full hot water, correct?
C.
And Lou B spent, I want you to know, Beast, about $2,500 out of his own pocket to make this happen. $2,500.
I know. I wish I was a millionaire, but.
Well, why don't you say thank you to Lou B? And I want you to know that I've raised about $1,000 from Asmaniac donations over the last 24 hours. That's just from my Discord. If anyone wants to contribute to the fund to repay Lou B back.
I did thank him yesterday, but there's one thing I'm also
thank everyone who donated to pay for your boiler.
For the future, if I do intend to get married, he is my first inductee to being on my wedding list. He's my first inductee. Why?
Shut up. I talk.
Oh, no.
Lou B paid $2,500, fronted the money, right? And then I raised from listeners, some who wanted to remain anonymous, so I won't shout everyone out. I raised close to $1,000 to help pay Lou B back for paying for your hot water heater and your plumbing situation in your bathtub. So not only do you need to thank Lou B, you need to thank everyone who has donated to try and help you have hot water in your home, which you now do.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you. Leave a message. I got to go take my pill before I fall on my face. And if I fall on my face, I'll be, I won't be able to get up. I got to go take pills.
That sounds real smart. Outstanding.
Thank you. Have a good day, everybody.
All right. Yep. You too. You have a good day. Yep.
Alex.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to know what these plumbers saw yesterday, here's a look. This is what Lou B was dealing with. And this fat bastard has zero appreciation for it. But to everyone who donated, 100% of the Venmos, Jake-Asman, or Zells, asmanjake@gmail.com. They will go back to Lou B, who spent the entire day, Monday and Tuesday, into making it happen for Beastbreaker to have hot water once again in his home. Enough said. Omari Brown joins us now. Omari, your thoughts on what just transpired on this show?
That was an experience. That was about 10 minutes. I'm probably never going to get back. Yeah, that was an experience. That was something. Beast is one of a kind. But shout out to the community. Lou B, you are the man. So yeah, I'll shoot a Zell your way as well, brother. Community is amazing, but Beast, man, we got to get Beast some manners, right? How hard is it to say thank you?
It is not hard to say thank you to everyone who has contributed to help give me hot water. Say it, Beast. Say thank you. Thank you. Thank you to everyone who has helped pay for my hot water, my shower that now can happen.
Whew.
By the way, this was, I'm told, Beast's outfit at the Met Gala this year. This was just sent to me.
Yeah. Beast at the Met Gala. Now that would be an experience.
Unbelievable. Hey, I just got a Venmo from Colin. Colin, thank you. We'll make sure all the money goes to our guy, Lou B. Omari, I will let you run. We covered a lot today, but final question for you. Jets versus who in week 1 of the season?
Listen, man, we're going down to Nashville and we're going to, treat Robert Saleh the way he deserves to be treated. The Jets are going to win 24-17. David Bailey's going to ice the game with a strip sack of Cam Ward. D'Angelo Pons is going to have an interception. All right. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to start this year off right.
Amen. Omari Brown, you're the man. Everyone go subscribe to Omari's channel. Follow him on X. Keep up the great work, my friend.
Appreciate you, Jake. See you next week.
Omari Brown, check it in. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give credit where credit is due. Leader of Jets is a man of his word. And since I'm in a forgiving mood, I will count this as a bounty being paid. Leader of Jets, you are a free man from the whole 20 gifted memberships. A man of his word. He has paid off his Tai Simpson bet. Hit it. Leader, here are the 20 listeners who you made channel members. Joe Marino, Isaacs, Club for Club, or Chubb for Club, excuse me. Alan Hernandez, Jimesta German, Ronald Dake, Beast, you're an ungrateful swine. Say thank you to everyone who spent money to support you. Chris Parente, Baby Nas Prove, iTunes Services, Daniel Beware, Ant Banks, Gypsy Moonchild, CJY and W Old Bear. Beast, you're ungrateful. You better start saying thank you to people or they won't help you. Backport Sports, Coach The Ang, Paolo 4963, Fab 5 Durf, Lou B, you are actually a Saint Jet fan 6778. Support Lou by buying a ticket to Gangrene Beach Club. Video Matt and Kyle F3X all receiving a gifted membership from the Leader of Jets. Leader, how do you feel?
Those names sound good. I can't complain. There were a couple people that I would have been upset about. I feel a little bit different now that I know Beast is a father. I don't want to say anything that's inappropriate, but that was very surprising. I like Omari. He seems like a really my type of Jets fan. Okay, real calculated, intelligent, smart. I like your facial hair, Jake. This is really coming in. You look powerful. You look fatherly.
Powerful. Wow.
Powerful. That's a powerful mustache. A powerful. Do you feel powerful?
I don't feel powerful at all.
Okay. Do you think the Knicks have a chance against the Thunder?
Are they playing the Thunder?
What, are you afraid of the Pistons?
I'm just saying. Do we know they're playing the Thunder? Things happen. If they play how they're playing now, absolutely. The Thunder will be a favorite, and they should be. The defending champs. But the way the Knicks are playing right now, absolutely. And again, Indiana took them to 7 last year and lost Halliburton in the first quarter. The idea that the Thunder are this unbeatable team, like, no, man, it's the NBA Finals. You get there, you got a chance.
I couldn't agree more. I have a ticket. I have the Knicks, to win the East at plus 600. Like 2 weeks ago, the Cavs had better odds to win the East over the Knicks, which was just disgusting. I couldn't believe that. What are your thoughts on Sadiq?
He's a freak. 7 days a week.
Do you have any concern? Like his player comp, who is it? Evan
Well,
Ingram?
I'll tell you what, we're never going to really know the answer to your question because the big fella says, get the F out of here, bro. On board. Ladies and gentlemen, leader of Jets, you're going back to where you apparently belong. Farewell.
Now look what you've done. No more protection from the Asmaniacs. Had to pull you out of the chat and cast you down with the sodomites. Some time in here will feel like you've been run over by the lane train. You understand me? You catch my drift? Give them another 24 hours to think about it.
Leader, we bid you a farewell. Frank P in the house. Jacob, my name comes up in the raffle. Please give it to Papa Jet. Very kind. Frank, very kind. Wayne Corbett signed jerseys are giveaway today. A bunch of you now have entries. After all these bounties, including leader of Jets. He's in the raffle for 20. Man of his word. Give him credit. Let's go back to J-Quest for a moment because J-Quest originally sent Beast to the hole instead of leader of Jets. And now both of them find themselves essentially in the hole. J-Quest, your thoughts?
Frank P, you're dead to me, bro. You're dead to me, Frank P. No, just kidding. Listen, leader of Jets feels bad because Beast is a father. Okay, anyone can be a father, man. It takes a real man to be a dad. Okay, that's the fact. You got to be a dad, not just a father. You got to raise your fucking kids and take care of them and see them. That being said, Beast, I got more money than you fucking know. If you tell me to ever kill myself or anyone else in this goddamn show, you will never be on this fucking goddamn show ever again. I'm gonna put you in a hole every fucking day. Do not tell people to kill themselves, you sick fuck. And if anyone agrees with it, go fuck yourself. Okay, my sister-in-law killed herself. That fucking against the fucking heart, bro. You ever do it again, Beast, forever you will be in the goddamn fucking hole. Sorry, Jake.
On behalf of the Jake Asman Show, we apologize for the foul language.
Well, that escalated quickly. I think we need a cool down session. I think we all need to take a breath. We'll be back.
Here we go. Don't miss out on the biggest and best meetup of the year. Saturday, July 11th, Atlantic City, New Jersey. HQ2 Beach Club. We're taking over, baby. At 12 p.m., it's the Gangrene Beach Club. Hosted by some of your favorites. Jake Asman, Rich Samini, Brandon Tierney, Fireman Ed, Connor Hughes, Antoine Staley, Brian Costello, Ryan Sampson, Zach Rosenblatt, Will Parkinson, Frankie B, Omari Brown, Matt O'Leary, Green Bean, Ryan Delaney, Richie Marula, Robbie Sabo, Dom C, Joe Blewett, Nick Faria, Paul Boy Greeniston Jr., Bree Martinez, Dick Shine, Tyson Roush, and more surprise guests to be announced. Get your tickets now. Must be 21 or older. Who's subject to change.
All right, Asmaniacs, listen up for a second. No matter what you're watching, whether it's New York sports or any game you didn't plan on caring about, there's no better way to stay locked in than with PrizePicks. It's daily fantasy made simple. You're just picking more or less on player projections. That's it. No complicated lineups, no nonsense. Just you versus the numbers. And here's why I love it. Even if it's a game you normally wouldn't care about, once you got a lineup going, you're locked in. Every play matters, every drive matters, every at-bat matters. I've been mixing sports too. Maybe a little football, throw in some baseball, maybe some basketball, and now you've got action across the board all night, and PrizePicks makes it even better with features like early cash outs if your picks are hitting, the ability to mix multiple sports in one lineup, and you can even see what other people are playing and tail their picks. So if you haven't tried it yet, what are you doing? Download the PrizePicks app right now. Use code HMA. That's HMA, and you'll get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Again, it's HMA on PrizePicks. PrizePicks, where it always feels good to be right. All right, we are back. We really could use a big Cho call right now. We had Cho session. But the show must go on. Couple super chats and membership shout outs. First, Major Poonage gifted 5 to this incredible community. He is in the raffle now for 5 entries. Major Poonage in for 5. Chef Kevin, the champ in the house. Great show, Jake. Just wondering if we can get a Lou B emoji. Let's go Jets. Nixon 4. Amen. That's a great idea. Our next emoji will be the Lou B emoji for what he's done trying to help Beast. Again, Lou put up $2,500 of his own money for a guy he's never met who is ungrateful. Chef Kev in the raffle for 2. Chubb for Club in the raffle for 1. Welcome back, Chubb for Club. You figured out how to unshadow ban yourself. This guy been emailing me for months figuring out why you couldn't chat. I checked the list a million times. I don't know what you did, Chubb, but welcome back. I'm glad you figured it out.
The Jeff fans getting a little crazy.
He watches every show, but he wasn't able to comment, he was saying. No one could see his comments. Well, now you're back. Welcome back, Chubb. He goes, more excited than ever for our team and to be on shadow ban. Let's go Jets. Green Bean Island. Green Bean has the Jets making the playoffs. And I hope he's right. I really do. Jason in Jerusalem is on the phone, but now he's on this. Okay. They can't go to him. More calls. That was poor timing. Let's say hello to the Kyle Clifton, who's up next on our program.
Not only is Beast ungrateful, but he's also going out of his way, apparently, to irritate parts of your caller base. Not good.
No.
So
I just want to get Lou B his money back because he didn't have to do that.
Yeah, I'm just hoping the Beast can be a little bit more thoughtful about what he says on there. I think that'd be better for everyone involved. Yeah, I mean, we were talking earlier about Glenn and, what we're going to need to see to retain him. I'm like, to me, I think we're going to know, right? Like, if we've raised the talent level on this team enough where they're competitive and they're in these games and they're, they win 7-8 games, he's probably going to be back. But if he's making the same decisions that he was making last year and we're losing these close games and, it feels like the talent is fighting his ability to be an in-game manager, it's going to be obvious to everybody involved. And I'm hoping that he'll be able to take a leap. I mean, this guy's been around football his entire life, but last year it seemed like he was dropped onto this planet, and that was not a very auspicious debut for a guy I loved as a kid. This is crunch time for Aaron Glenn. There's a real scenario where he could be not the coach of the Jets what's at the start of November this year. So, he should act accordingly. Like he should think about what it takes to get better. And I don't know if he has to talk to other coaches about how they manage things in game, but like not knowing the distance of a field goal or not calling timeouts or like, the whole idea of 2 back-to-back fake, like this stuff just doesn't happen in the league. It's ridiculous.
No, people forget, I think, because they're trying to be positive. It's May, and like they just remember the Brady Cook games. I think people forget how atrocious the coaching was when they were 0-7. People were trying to excuse away the end of the year because Brady Cook, they're tanking. They shut down guys who probably could have played if the games mattered. When they were trying to win, he was the worst coach I've ever seen. And I watched every game of Jeff Ulbrich. I watched every game of Adam Gase. It was that bad, those first 7 games of the year. The game in London is deplorable. The field goal yardage, the end of each half, when he was boasting about how the end of each half belongs to the coach and how this team was going to be ready to play and they were going to be disciplined and smart and have a plan. He didn't know how long the game-winning field goal yardage was in London. It was a disgrace. So I'm with you. He needs to get off to a good start. Hopefully they have some winnable games in the first month. Otherwise, you're right. If he's 1-5, Woody might just fire him. I wouldn't be shocked. They'll make Frank Reich the head coach in waiting.
So I think someone was saying on Boy Green this morning that there were other coaches that had rough starts and low wins and they were given a chance and they were able to emerge. I think it was like Landry and Jimmy Johnson were the names that were mentioned. I think the difference probably is that they were probably slow playing the expectations, which Glenn was not doing. So you got to keep that in mind. Like if this guy says we expect to win right away, and we had a Pro Bowl player at each level of the defense, then that's what the fans kind of expect. We expect to be competitive. We expect to be in games, and we expect not to be fighting our head coach throughout the season, and that's something that cannot continue this year. I appreciate your time, Jake.
Kyle, always an excellent call. Appreciate you. Love the quarter zip. And look, I saw this as Kyle was talking. Veteran Jet fan with a great point. I was at this game with the Asmaniacs. Kyle was there. We bring up the Denver game with the Hail Mary mistake at the end of the first half. He did it a week later against Carolina. And what's so crazy about that back-to-back stretch for the Jets with those games, remember he was pissed that Brian Costello asked a totally reasonable question about, did you think about benching Justin Fields at any point in this London game? You would have won if you went to Tyrod. And he was like, what type of question is that? He benched him 2 quarters later at halftime of the following game. We got to just hope he's learned, because if he hasn't, I don't care what talent they've added, and they definitely have added some talent, they're not going to win enough. Coaching is so important. I think coaching in the NFL matters more than in any other sport. I'm not saying coaching doesn't matter in basketball. It obviously does. Mike Brown, I think to his credit, has made some really smart adjustments, and the Knicks players have bought in. Like, coaching matters. Matters in hockey, no doubt. I think the manager in baseball is not as important as it once was, but good managers are good managers. It does matter. Football, I think it's everything. Especially in the pros, because the pros, the talent level is a lot closer to even. Whereas in college football, you don't necessarily need to be the best X's and O's coach. You got to be able to recruit. Can you get players? Or in the case now, in a lot of situations in college, do your boosters fund your program enough to get top talent? That's really what it is. Like, there are plenty of coaches who aren't great in-game strategists, but they get the best players. Coaching matters in the NFL, I think, more than in any other of the 4 major sports in the country. That's why Mike Tomlin would take underachieving or mediocre to below average rosters and win. Look what Liam Cohen did last year in Jacksonville. Ben Johnson in Chicago. Mike Vrabel in New England. Rex Ryan going to the AFC Championship game 2 straight years with bad quarterback play for a lot of it. And I love Mark Sanchez. He played outstanding in the playoffs, but go look at Sanchez's rookie year. 12 touchdowns, 20 interceptions. Coaching matters so much. The staff that the coach hires matters so much. Hence, Aaron Glenn recognizing he hired a terrible staff after he boasted about how good his staff was. So he's got a lot to prove. More of your calls before we wrap this baby up. Jason in Jerusalem is next. Jason, how was your phone call?
Hey, Jake. It was a hang-up. That was made even worse.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Nice to know that the Jets are not opening in Buffalo. I was really afraid that they'd have to play the opening game there.
That would suck. Honestly, if I'm a Bills fan, though, I'd be pissed that our first game in our brand new stadium is on Thursday Night Football. Really?
I don't mind it being a standalone. You'd rather it be Monday night?
I think they should play Monday night or Sunday night. Thursday night, short week. Like, I think they should get a standalone game on a weekend or Monday.
I guess, is that really true? Is the home team significantly favored when it comes to the Thursday nights?
The home team historically,
think about that.
Yeah, the home team historically does very well on Thursday nights.
So it's the opening Thursday night game of the first of the prime Thursday night games. Why not? It's a nice thing for Amazon. And it means the Jets don't need to open there, which is nice as a Jets
That's
fan.
all I care about. I'm just saying, if I was a Bills fan, I'd want, 4:30 first game or primetime Sunday night. Like the Jets opened up MetLife. Yeah. They were in primetime on Monday Night Football. Remember that?
Yeah, well, both teams had home ones this week. That was amazing. They gave the Jets and the Giants the home ones.
Giants were Sunday night, and then the Jets were Monday night against the Ravens that year.
Yeah. They played piss poor. Remember that one. First of all, Mets lost out. I mean, nice bring up AJ Ewing, but if you have a prospect Ewing, you got to give him 33. I mean, give another Ewing 33 would have been amazing.
I saw that he got on base 4 times at a triple last night. Maybe he's the spark you need to win some games.
We need like a freaking brush fire. Forget any spark. This team is just so bad. And I'm a Mets fan. I haven't seen just. This reminds me of the '93 team. There's just so many high-priced players that just nobody's doing anything.
The worst team money can buy, part 2.
Yeah, Bob Clapp. It's real. Hopefully, it's better than Bronx Zoo Part 2.
Right?
Yeah. That doesn't get its due. Bronx Zoo Part 2 is done fantastic by Peacock, by the way. Have you ever seen it yet, or you still haven't seen it?
I have not seen it, no.
It's really, really well done. Has Beast calmed down? Is he available? I still have that dishwasher issue.
I don't know if I want to I don't want to put Beast back on right now. I feel like we need to let things
I'll save
cool
that
off.
for another time. Yeah. I was going to ask you first, but Gator needs to give him an intro for when he does the Repairman stuff. We need Repairman Beast intro. If Gator has any free time to play around with the stuff.
We'll look into it.
I'm remembering the phrase I heard from Bill Parcells when the Jets drafted Dedrick Ward, and he was playing really well in training camp. He says, like, let's not put the kid in Canton yet. I mean, all this talk about Klubnik and maybe we won't draft a quarterback next year, things like that. Like, let's calm down. Let's seriously calm down. We're talking about practicing basically in shorts, throwing against air and vanilla defenses even when he had defenses, they weren't trying to get the ball. Like, let's calm down and not give the kid a starting job or even the number 2, 2 on the depth chart just yet. Let's see how the game goes. It's nice to get excited, and we look for the excitement, but maybe we could just taper it down just a bit.
That's it. We want we all want to believe in something, so we'll see.
Yeah, and considering I don't have the Nets and they screwed up the tank, and the Islanders are at home with the Rangers and the Devils, and I'm not a Knicks fan, and the Mets are sucking, I have nothing really to look forward to other than Aaron Glenn, before October 1st.
Well, if you want to believe in Aaron Glenn, just know that he's got a quarterback, in his words, that has taken us to the promised land.
Like, I just feel like he's the guy that's going to lead us to the promised land.
Let's hope. Good call, Jason. Appreciate you. Last chance to get in on the show, in on the conversation. We'll be back this afternoon. I will talk more about my experience chatting with Harrison Phillips last night at the Gridiron Gala. Pretty cool. I got a chance to talk to a couple former Jets that were there. Bart Scott was there. I work with Bart, so I see him often, but chatted with him briefly. DeBrickashaw Ferguson was there. Demario Davis, former Jet and now current Jet, was there to support Harrison. Quincy Anunwa was there. John Nitty, who played on those sack exchange teams, was there. So a lot of fun. That's Brian Burns and Harrison Phillips, who were each honored with the Hometown Hero Award. $2.6 million raised last night for charitable causes. A lot of things happening in the Asmaniac universe. Beast now has hot water. Maybe one day he'll say thank you. Donations keep coming in. I'm putting together a list. I want to shout out everyone who's contributed. If you want to Venmo, even if it's $1, it all is going back towards Lou. Put up $2,500 of his own money to fix this disgusting, grotesque bathtub and install a brand new hot water boiler. Omari will be at Gangrene Beach Club. Him and Frankie V in the Speedo competition with Beastbreaker, of course. Things are happening. Things are happening. Before we get to more of your calls, we're brought to you by Cheers. I won't lie. I had a couple drinks last night at this awesome gala that United Way put on. And you know what I did before I went to bed? I wanted to make sure I don't wake up feeling awful. I used Cheers. All it is some capsules you take after you're done drinking for the night, and it helps you recover and feel better the next day. It works when you're sleeping. So again, you're done drinking. You just take these capsules with water before you go to bed, and that's it. You feel a lot better than you normally would. I've been using Cheers for years. You feel the difference. You wake up clearer, more functional, and ready to go instead of dragging through the day. If you want to try it for yourself, cheershealth.com, promo code ASMAN, and you'll get 20% off. with that code. So check it out. Next time you're out and about enjoying a few drinks, you're going to want to try Cheers. So go to cheershealth.com. Use my promo code Asman. Comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. Gusbuster Umbrella Hotline is where we are headed. We're standing by live from what appears to be a hospital bed. Is the one, the only, Mikey Midnight.
Hello, I'm Mikey. I'm Bobby's little bro. Have you seen Jake Graves? She's so beautiful. I love my boy Jake, but not in a gay way. I am so happy. I'm not gonna touch anything, I promise.
Hey, Jake.
Mikey,
how you doing?
How are you?
Good. I got my new medicine that got me today at 11 o'clock. So that's good, right?
Yeah, we want you to get better.
Yeah, me too. I was just talking to Paul Green. You know, our friend, your friend Paul Green and my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should get all our group together. Both Jake Asman and Paul Green. So we could get all together.
We need you in Atlantic City, Mikey. Boy Green's going to be at Gangrene Beach Club.
Where's that at?
It's going to be in July at HQ2 in AC.
Oh, I don't know, July for me. Yeah, I missed you, buddy, Jake.
I miss you too, man.
Yeah. Hey, the Knicks gonna win the championship, like I told everybody.
Let's go.
And the Jets go win the Super Bowl too. You think so, Jake?
I think the Knicks could legitimately win a championship. I think the Jets could maybe win 7 games.
Or maybe a playoff. Let's get to the playoffs.
I'd take that.
Yeah, Buffalo stinks. Miami stinks. Patriots stink. And the Jets got to be number 1 in the division. Right? You think so, brother Jake? Yeah, how's Gator, the guy who does the, what's it called? He does the funny things.
He's good. He's doing his thing.
He lives in Florida. Florida. He's a good guy. Yeah, I like Gator.
Me too.
We should call him the Gator time. It's time for the Gator time. You know that? You know what I mean?
Go like this with your arms, like a gator.
Gator, Gator, Gator. Gator, we love you too. If you're listening, give us a call. Love you guys. I love your whole show, Jake.
I love you too, Mikey. Feel better, all right? Keep us posted, okay?
Yeah, tell everybody I love them.
Ladies and gentlemen, the great Mikey Midnight.
Hello, I'm Mikey. I'm Bobby's little bro. Have you seen Jake Graves? She's so beautiful. I love my boy Jake, but not in a gay way. I am so happy. I'm not going to touch anything, I promise.
Mikey, you are the man. Feel better, my friend. You'll be out of there in no time. What do we have here? Last chance to get in on the show. It's been a wild one. We did open up talking about Breece's comments during the presser yesterday. I'll have more on Harrison Phillips this afternoon. I wanted to dedicate a full show to that because I got a chance to talk with him for about 6 minutes yesterday. Here's part of my conversation with him. Now, the audio is not great because we're in a very loud ballroom. And, I didn't have like all this big equipment because I was actually attending the gala. So it's not like I had like a table and a mic like when we had him at the Super Bowl. But you can make out what he's saying here. I asked him among my questions about T'Vondre Sweat. But let's be honest, T'Vondre Sweat's super talented. Some of the criticisms from Titans fans and people that cover the Titans were maybe overweight, maybe a little lazy. Maybe his conditioning needs to be better. So I loved hearing this from Harrison Phillips talking about T'Vondre Sweat.
What has it been like working with T'Vondre Sweat so far, just seeing that guy added to the defense next to you?
I've tried to put him under my wing, and we've been working out, and all of our workouts together, we kind of partner up. We go to the same rack together. We do the same med balls together, the same little 1080 sprint things. And I try to have him at my hip, and it's really fun pushing each other. If I do beat him in something, I make sure you're letting an old guy beat you in this? What are you talking about? And if he beats me in something, he makes sure to let me know. But I got you beat.
I don't know what the hell was going on behind me, but Harrison Phillips, part of my conversation with him. Leader not leader of Jets, but leader of the actual Jets. Harrison Phillips, I think, will be one of the team captains this year. Last chance to get in on the conversation. Comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. Reminder, if you want in on the conversation when the show is not on the air, that's what the Discord's for. It's one of the perks you get when you sign up for my Patreon. You go to patreon.com/Jake Asman Show. Anyone who signs up for the year, by the way, you do get 10 raffle entries automatically applied. So if you want to join the Discord, your name added to the intro. We update that every month. If you want 25% off all items in the merch store year-round, you found out about Gangrene Beach Club before the general public, all this and much more. Just go to patreon.com/Jake Asman Show. All right, here we go. Home stretch. Perhaps our final call. Today's closer. Could it be the man himself? The Beast Whisperer? It's time.
He's home, his bell is on the bed. That's what feels good. On the road, his bell is on the bed. In a dirty hotel room. He calls the show, his bell is on the bed. He's just more comfortable. He got a beard, loves the jets, super chats. Where's a big fella, sleeps alone. There's no room on his bed. Where's a big fella?
Hey, what's up, man?
Big fella. Nice job sending leader of Jets to the hole. That came out of nowhere.
Well, I was doing work and everything, and I was like, you know what? I'm fucking bored, bro. So I was like, I got to, had to, fucking A. All right. I had to do it. I mean, he may be a nice guy. I don't know, but he comes off really boring, bro. So I don't know, But it's been an eventful show. I came in late, like after Omari was on, pretty much, and it's been pretty eventful, for sure. But I had a Knicks question actually. Who do you want us to face if we get to the finals?
I'd rather play any of the teams that's not OKC, preferably.
Yeah. I mean, I want to see a rematch between the Spurs and the Knicks. They
Revenge for 99 and rematch of the NBA Cup championship.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, exactly. I want that rematch. We beat them once, we could beat them again. I think it'd be great. As for the Jets, there really isn't much. Just waiting. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I just hope I hope that contract took his mopiness out of him, if that's a word. I don't even know if that's a word, but I hope that he changes his tune and actually becomes a leader instead of being like always bitching and stuff. I don't know. That's my view on that. Now, I wanted to touch on a little bit about this whole Beast thing, right? There's no excuse for him to say what he said to Mad Max, none at all. And I understand Jay Quest's anger, because I had a lot of anger too when my friend did the same thing. There is no excuse, and he should apologize, and it should come from the heart. It shouldn't be us forcing him to do it or anything. Just like the thank you stuff, it shouldn't be forcing him to do it. He's got to learn, bro. And I've been there for him throughout, since the beginning. Well, not in the beginning, because I used to call him Butterball and shit. But, over time, I've learned to deal with them and, actually get to know him better when he's not angry and he's actually all right. But, there really is no excuse for that. Like I said, my friend did it. A family member of Jayquez did it. Keep that shit out of your mouth. You know what I mean? You don't know what people are going through, bro. Like, even people in the chat, you don't know what people are going through. People could be going through a lot of shit, contemplating things like that, not in their right frame of mind, and they hear that and boom, you can't do that, period. I propose if anybody says that in the chat, they're automatically banned. That's the way it should be. I mean, you can't, it's that serious. So I don't know. That's just how I feel about that. He should apologize.
It's just tough because he he doesn't even know when he's saying it. I bet.
I know.
Like he can't even say thank you to Lou B. Like
I
it's
know.
insane. And like we've raised like $1,500 maybe so far of the $2,500 that Lou B fronted for a guy he's never met to get his freaking hot boiler heater installed and fix his grotesque bathtub and everything.
Yeah. I mean, it's just to me, it's that serious. And whether he, doesn't understand or something like that, it's there's no real excuse for it, man. None at all. And for him, I'm not saying ban him from the show or anything like that, but if he says stuff like that, he should be gone for like a week or something like that. Seriously.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's not going to be on the second show today. That is for sure.
Because that's, I don't know, when he said it, I was upset with it. And then as it progressed and I've heard from people and stuff like that, it really touched a lot of people. And I think, I like Beast. I do. And I know he didn't mean what he said. I just think he has a problem with fucking anger and stuff like that. And that's not an excuse either, but he needs to learn. And if it means being banned from the show for a couple days or something like that, or whatever, if he acts up, then so be it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just how it has to be. In my opinion. It's your show. You do what you want. But,
no, I agree. It's what he said is fucked.
So
I don't know. Shout out Lou B though, because again, we know Beast is crazy and he says wild stuff, and then he's like a goldfish. He forgets it ever happens. But the not being appreciative of Lou is ridiculous. And then like we mentioned him, 1,000 people in a day, right? I didn't even have a second show yesterday. I only found out about what the cost of this bill was for the plumbers after my show ended. Posted it in the Discord.
Yeah,
and many people contributed immediately, no questions asked.
Yeah.
And he doesn't even say thank you to those people.
I know. It's like, I don't know. He's been a really tough one to crack, bro. He really has. I mean, it's like, it's tough, because it should be second nature. Someone does something for you, you say thank you. You say please, you say thank you, you respect people, stuff like that and everything. But he views everybody attacking him, I think. And some people are. And, he takes that and he puts that anger towards everybody else who says some jokes or something like that. And then, he takes it way too far, and this is what you get.
He has no social awareness. He doesn't understand sarcasm. So like,
right.
Just like messing around with someone, he thinks it's serious every time.
Exactly.
How many times we tell him that people are just laughing and not, not actually meaning anything what they say. It's all a joke.
Yeah, I mean, when
he's in a good mood, he's highly entertaining, as we know. So it comes with the territory.
Exactly. Like I tried to explain to him with these AI pictures and stuff like that. People think it's funny because it's the opposite of what you are, dude. It's like you espouse to be like some macho dude, and then you have a guy in a Speedo or some other bullshit.
See, I gotta disagree with Mike D's. Not got to stop making excuses if anyone else did that. He's not anyone else, though. That's the difference, Mike. Like Beast is you're not Beast. All right. There's obviously a difference in who says it and their mental capacity and limitations.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. That's just my view on that. I mean, there really isn't. He has to learn. He has to learn. Because we're a big community and stuff like that, and everybody tries to get along. And no one needs to be attacking everybody. I love everybody in this community. Even Gary. so I have love for him, from where I stand, our beef is over. So that's just it, he Beast needs to learn. So see, this is what I mean. He wrote to me, and Jay Quest can go to hell, right? Shut the fuck up, bro. I know you're watching. Shut the fuck up. You need to apologize and move on. Enough of this shit. Honestly. Enough is enough. Okay? You're going to lose people who actually like you because of the way you're acting, bro. You're going to do that. And I know you don't have a lot of friends out there in Illinois and stuff like that. And those wrestling assholes fucked you up. I get that. But they did. They fucked them up.
I just listen. This is just we're never gonna fix them. We can try.
Yeah.
We'll keep them away for a couple days. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, but I mean, I love the community and everything, and
we love you, big fella. You're the man.
You're the man. You created all this, so I'm just happy to be a part of it, and that's all. But anyway, have a good day. Go Knicks. Go Jets. Fuck Boston, and that's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the man, the myth, the legend, the big fella. Let's go.
It's up to you, New York, New York.
All right, that is a show. I got to run. I got a call in 7 minutes. Otherwise, I'll stay on longer. So if we didn't get to you this afternoon, we'll take plenty of calls. We'll be back in the 4 p.m. hour. Again, shout out to everyone who tuned into the show. We have a signed Wayne Corbett jersey up for grabs at the end of the show. Get your tickets to Gangrene Beach Club. If you haven't already, just go to gangrenebeachclub.com. You guys are the best. Love all of you. Sadiq is a freak. Go Jets, and we'll see you this afternoon.
I was obsessed with Sadiq, certified freak, 7 days a week, certified freak. Obsessed with Sadiq, certified freak, 7 days a week, certified. Obsessed with Sadiq, 7 days a week.
7 days a week.
Certified freak.
Are you a happy guy?
Oh my goodness, let's go!
Oh, hi. Jake wants me to ask you to click on the like button.
That's right, Lane. And if they don't subscribe to the Jake Asman Show, this team may never win another game. Let's go Jets!